Okay, Lowe's 2725 customer trail video detail. Let me give you a look at the room real quick. On the left hand side here, we actually have the refrigerator area, sink area to the right, dishwasher outside corner. See that outside corner? Then we've got a return wall over here. So let's start on this wall. This wall is actually 116 and 1/8 inches long. Your drawing is 114 or 112. Your drawing is 112. So we have 4 inches that we need to make up on this wall to make everything work right. So in your drawing, you have a 24-inch cabinet here and a 24 and 27 to make the outside turn. So we probably need to make this one a 27 as well. And then down here, the base wastebasket, he would like to have the bigger wastebasket instead of the 15, make it the 18. And if you got the double tub, that would be better because the more garbage cans you got, much better off you are. When it comes to the layout of this, though, the extra inch that we're looking at is probably going to need to be left in the refrigerator hole area. Right now, this refrigerator is greased to get it to go in this hole. This is 38 inches or so to the width in your drawing, probably about 39 after you're done. This thing only has like 36.5 inches to fit in this opening right now. So we definitely want to make sure we have plenty of extra space for that. Underneath the sink, typical plumbing for the age of the home, PVC pipes in the walls, copper for the actual plumbing part of it. This does have the original valves, so a valve replacement for this probably is going to be in order. They probably will not hold whenever they turn off. But as far as anything unusual, there's just the standard plumbing underneath the sink. One thing to look at here after you turn this outside corner, right, there is a telephone jack that's no longer used, so that'll get covered. But if you look down here, I'm going to give you some numbers. If you look down here, this plug is almost dead center at 24 inches. So definitely something's going to have to happen here as far as the plug goes. We can't just cover it up. It's right in the center of the face frame. So the plug will need to be eliminated or moved and the wall repaired before we actually come and do the cabinet installation. And if I'm looking at this right, this will be a stud here on the side. You should be on the other side of the stud. You should be able to move that direction without any problem, but double check to see where the stud is before you actually start getting into cutting it away. Over here on this side of the room, one of the things I looked at was laying everything out. The stove is going to move 2 inches to the right. See our little arc right here, it's going to move 2 inches to the right. Back here, the electrical for the stove is a little bit off to the right. So moving in that way is going to make it more to the center, and that's going to be a good thing, so no problems there. You got your base 30 here, your 9-inch here, 1-inch filler against the wall, of course, 30-inch oven, and then the other cabinet across to the left. Now, this was a 15, this was a 24, which is 39. In your design, you had a 15 and a 24. Now, at this point, they actually have a large cabinet here. They're used to using it as far as storage, casserole dishes, stuff like this, large plans and patterns. So this actually would be more beneficial if it was a 39 cabinet because you would have that same type of storage that they're used to having. Now, the same thing over here, this was a pantry, it's moving. And before they had like a 18-inch cabinet here. This measure is actually 18 inches wide. So if we're looking at spacing, a 39 wall cabinet here would definitely be cheaper. And then it would also have a larger interior space to be able to put stuff in. But if you want to break it down to a 24 and a 15 on this side, the symmetry doesn't actually have to be there with the cabinets. It's really kind of how you want to use them. So if this is going to be better for you, like you had it with an 18 and then, like a 21 to the right of it or something like that, whatever works out better for you is what you need to do. Or the 39 cabinet would be a cheaper alternative and still be symmetrical on either side of the stove area. Down here, the big drawer pull out, the 9-inch tray, all that works fine. No problems on any of that. The receptacles, none of those are in the problem or any kind of a problem with those. I do want to show you here, on the end of this cabinet line is just 1/4 of an inch from the end of this. So when we start looking at flushing, see how this is flushed here on the end? If we start looking at flushing this cabinet, then it's literally going to come all the way to here. Your molding, your scribe molding is going to hang just like this one did, and your countertop is going to be almost even with that molding there, if not even with it. So barely any overhang, maybe a 1/4 inch or so of overhang with the layout of the cabinet. So just something for you to know on that one. Up here, the ceilings are stippled finished. Got a stomp stipple finish, 39-inch cabinet with a 3-inch riser and some type of a CM8, not more than 2.5-inch tall moldings to go around the tops will be perfect. But the undulations and the changes in the ceiling, that's all going to translate into some gaps at the ceiling. So when you start laying their cabinet moldings and stuff out, make sure to tell the customer there will be a small gap up there, but there's nothing we're going to caulk in or anything. That's just going to have to be there because the stipple is going to allow that to be, off the ceiling just slightly. If you have any questions about this kitchen, feel free to give me a call, 423-650-1051. Have a good day.